And we're back. On this episode of Metal Gear Resurrections, I'm joined with my brother and co-host, Jonathan.
Hello.
So, Jonathan,
Yeah.
we are back. We're officially back. We kind of took like a little bit of hiatus.
Yes.
It went a little crazy in like March. But, you know, what better way to like ring in May, basically, but talk about Metal Gear Solid 2. And we were on the plant chapter, and then like Fat Man, we killed him.
Yes.
Well, it depends. Like, even if you like say you wanted to do like a non-kill run, he still dies.
Yeah.
He doesn't, you know, because you know what it is. Before, as he dies, you go like, oh my god, the final bomb, where is it? So it's kind of like one of those things where it was like an omen to the next game. Because now, for Metal Gear Solid 3, every enemy you fight, they all blow up, no matter if you do a kill run or a non-kill run. So it's kind of like maybe they were playing with it a little bit, like going like, you know, this is a little interesting thing we could be doing here.
So maybe it's like a common theme.
Yeah.
It's like how expendable a James Bond henchman is, easily expendable. Like James Bond just eventually becomes bulletproof to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Or if like in a lot of the Batman movies, you notice a lot of those villains fall to their death.
Yeah.
So it's like a common theme that people play with, I guess.
I would say like, and you know what's kind of disappointing about like Fat Man dying when he's like, as he's dying, he goes like, what does he say? He like, live and grow fat, right?
Yes.
He's like, live and grow fat. It should have been right after, like, like, oh my god. He's like, sometimes they poop themselves after they die.
Yes.
But no, like he was also like trying to like go like, my final, you know, trying to get you is like get you to blow up basically. That was a little tricky because when I first played it, I didn't realize there was a bomb underneath him. You had to move his body, and it's not really realistic. Like, you know, Solid Snake, he's a big guy. He's thick, he's muscular.
Yeah.
Raiden's very slender, very lean. So I would imagine he would have a little extra difficulty moving a big man.
Yes.
At least, like, you know, give a little, like, grunting noises. Like, oh, God, I can't lift him. Let me slide him.
Yeah.
Because the bomb's, like, right underneath his butt.
Yeah, and Raiden is because now I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah.
Raiden is just a regular soldier. He's not like he's
not like a special ops kind of guy. He's just like, you know what it is? You know, spoil alert. Like, we'll go into it also, like, when we get to that part. But Raiden's also a former child soldier.
Yes.
So I mean, he doesn't have like, he's had training in killing people. He's like, good at it.
He's the first. Well, not the first, but he's a modern soldier.
For that time, yeah, they were doing like they instead of for him, like they were doing a lot of virtual reality training. So it's kind of like catering towards that, because when you get to 4, I think almost all the soldiers had VR training.
Yes.
And then they have like the nanomachines to like suppress like emotions, and like they won't go like, oh my god, I killed a village full of people. I can't sleep at night. I'm gonna punch this mirror in the middle of the night and cry myself to sleep, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's kind of even more fucked up. Like, you're suppressing people's emotions. But that's for 4. But this is like, 2 is like basically kind of like gearing you up to like, oh, these are the things that are going to be coming soon towards the future of this series.
Towards the future, and also stuff that they play with for the prequels. Well, the sequels that are technically prequels.
The sequels are prequels.
Yes.
But yeah, like, and then for after that, it's like a lot of like, I think we get to see the ninja for the first time. Is it the first time? Oh no, we get a call. I think we get a codec call.
Codec call from... Okay, yes. Cause now...
Yeah, because they're trying to play off like the first game.
Yes.
And it's like, it's basically shot for shot, like what happened in the first one. It's like, because this game, you come to later on and find out it's like a recreation.
There are parts that are recreation that like they're beat for beat.
Yeah.
But like, so like, because like, especially going from 1 to 2, and especially because now we're talking about it, especially for me, because like probably I was watching clips from 2 like maybe a month ago or so. So like, meeting Ninja for the first time in the first game, you get the call first and then you see them.
Yeah, the first game you do get the call, and it's like all staticky, and they're like, you get the ninja that
That's
goes
right.
like,
Yes.
"There's mines there."
Okay. Okay.
I can't do the voice really,
Yeah.
but you're like, "Whoa, who's this?" And then it's just like from Metal Gear Solid, not Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear 2, where it's like the same thing all over again, where Gray Fox was like calling Solid Snake and telling him about like what was happening behind the scenes and telling him he's his number one fan. And then it happens all over again in Metal Gear Solid 1 for the PlayStation. It's kind of like Gray Fox becoming the cyborg ninja, and I think he's just like cycling through his memory of that point of his life
Yeah.
and kind of like recreating that moment all over again.
Mm.
And then for the second one, it's like, Raiden's given the code name Snake. I think he actually is given the code name Solid Snake, and it's his. They're recreating the events of Shadow Moses for him to see how he handles it with all the data and everything funneling basically, I think, through his suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange. I mean, it's a way to get. It's a way to test Raiden,
Yeah.
but he's like a character that's, well, essentially if they train from VR, so you're essentially being trained again, but this time in the real world. But it's like constantly in a simulation. Although not in this instance, it's real life. So he's like in it now. I guess to see how he handles it.
Yeah, because I think he like later on like freaks out. It's like, we're real people out here and we're dying with real blood.
Yes.
I don't know about the blood part, but yeah, there does come a point where Raiden's actually freaking out because he's going through it like physically and emotionally versus like, I imagine being a headset on your head in a room by yourself and just going through VR training kind of situation. I imagine like, you have like the PlayStation VR gear.
Yeah.
I imagine Raiden in a black room, in a darkened room, where he just got like this VR gear and headset and this hand things, and he's just like,
Well, especially Metal Gear Solid 2 was coming out came out in 2001, right?
Yes.
So this is already a few years after The Matrix. So you're already having like ever seen this theme of like essentially like this like grown person, but essentially to this universe is like a newborn.
Yeah.
And they're getting introduced to all these things, to this reality that they've kind of have an idea about, but not really. And now you're in it.
Yeah, and I would say like, if we learn and listen from Kojima, and he's like saying like, I'm 70% movies. The Matrix was part of the influence for this one, as well as Titanic, which was, did we really need Titanic? I mean, I guess we needed the love interest, because like with every Bond entry, Bond's got to fall in love with somebody.
Yeah, and I mean, if it works.
Yeah, because I think like in the beginning, it came off as a nuisance for Rose. Like people were like, "Oh, she's so annoying. Just save my data and leave me alone."
It does to me. It does. It was annoying, but at the same time, it's like, well, you kind of have to make Raiden different in that.
Yeah.
So like, Solid Snake is more. He plays a playboy, but he's not really. He's like playing it up. He's kind of a nerd himself.
It's much sad for Solid Snake.
Yes, but he plays along. Like it's like he knows like it's like, oh, we're in the spy game, so I gotta act this up. I gotta be James Bond about things at times. But he really is kind of a nerd at times. And then I guess you would have to make Raiden different and more like, all right, so let's have him like have a real love interest. Let's not just play along and flirting. Like let's make this a little more real, just to have it a little different between characters.
And I think like the interesting part is like a lot of people also, after playing the game and like being out for so long, they kind of like do that thing where they deep dive into it and they go like, well, was that relationship with Rose actually real, or is that another product of virtual reality? And it's kind of like, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe they did have these dates, but not in person.
I mean, that's a possibility. It's also it is sort of like playing with the mind of what is real, what is not. But also like, it's also like because you're with these people all the time, and so maybe maybe the two of you do have like a type of relationship, but like I don't know, in the outside world, what exactly is that? Because they're not, both of them are not
Mm.
necessarily, I wouldn't say, as regard to like, well, she bags on right in that, he did, what he wanted to talk about on like the first date was not very like stereotypical, like first date
Mm.
conversation. But then again, they're not very, they're not like a stereotypical couple. They're
Mm.
like in this sort of, they're sort of both disconnected because of they're more about the mission or
Mm.
whatever whatever task they're given. So yeah,
Yeah, I would say like for those two, it's also like same thing. Like you're putting your girlfriend in as part of the operation. That just kind of muddles it even more.
well, I mean, it wasn't part of. It was more. Well, it was more the colonel had
Yeah,
suggested her, right?
yeah. The
Um,
it was suggested. Yeah, so like if you go, I think if you flash forward, so then it'd be suggested that the Patriots wanted to see basically how the relationship would be. Like how would it be for a soldier, and if they had someone in a relationship, how would that either benefit or hinder them in the field?
this is like a constant like. It is like constantly testing him, but at the same time, it's like just like you wouldn't think that would probably not be a good idea. Like maybe
Mm.
like he would probably want somebody. But then again, if he doesn't have a rapport with somebody, it's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
So like at the same time, you're on a mission and like people's lives are at stake. I don't know. It's just like don't you think you would probably want to be like, all right, this person's gonna tell you this information. You have no connection to them whatsoever. We're
Mm.
just gonna do the mission. So Colonel is like, I question the Colonel's like decision making skills at times, even though he seems very like uh not sure, but like this is just how it is. But at the same time, like you chose that person to work with them, so like any awkward conversation is like that's your fault because you let this happen.
Yeah, and I mean, probably feel also like for the benefit of like never having this in the past games before as well.
Yeah,
It's like you said, like Solid Snake tried to like have relationships during his mission, and they all just kind of like squander at the end,
yeah,
or they never happen. So
no,
like for I think for Familiar 2, he kind of runs away. He ditches the girl and runs away. For Metal Gear Solid 1, they were like, playing with it. Like, like, oh, you know, Snake was like, oh, Meryl, you're so cute and all that stuff kind of thing. But then you're like, oh no, you're the Colonel's niece. I can't, have a relationship with you really. I think canonically, maybe they do. And like, he scares her away. Because Solid Snake is like so fucked up.
because I haven't like reached or haven't looked at the further,
Yeah.
further installments of like, well, does Solid ever get like in a relationship with somebody? Because to me, it always seems like he's just talk.
Mm hmm.
He's just playing around. He's not. He's not committed. He's not
Mm
going to be in a commitment. It's not going to happen. But he'll just play along with you at times. But there's nothing really there. Not really. There's maybe something.
hmm.
Maybe like he can't. Maybe he just can't do it. Maybe he just can't really commit because he's really more focused on the mission. That's what drives him.
Yeah. I mean, I would say like the most successful relationship he's had is with Otacon.
Yes.
And from then, from that relationship, it stems into a family when I mean Hal adopts Sonny, but they're basically a family.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get all like those people who are like Metal Gear has no homosexuality. They're not gay. I'm like, shut up. There's homosexuality. There's bisexual. There's all sorts of stuff.
Yes.
And for all intents and purposes, Hal and David are in a relationship. Not what you probably wanted, but they're basically two dads raising Sonny by the time we get to 4,
Yeah.
which I think is cool.
Yeah.
Because then Solid Snake obviously becomes Old Snake, and then you get that old man strength, the old man dad strength that he summons during his missions.
Yes.
But yeah, for the second one, I mean, we don't have to go in order, like, A to B to C, we can go where the hell we want.
Yeah.
But primarily sticking with the the plant. After I was saying after Fat Man, it's like I believe you have to like go find. You're on your mission to basically find the president next.
Yes.
In order to find the president, you gotta find. I believe the president's like I want to say chief Secret Service agent, the person who's in charge of his agents, I believe. I think it was Ames, right?
Yeah, sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's the cool part about this game. This is like the first 3D game where you get to basically switch your outfit. Because in order to get to him, you need to change your wardrobe. You need to change and become the enemy's wardrobe. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Ryan dresses up like a soldier.
Oh shit, before that we have to fight the Harrier jet. I forgot. My bad. I forgot. Before that we have to get to him. In order to get to him, you have to basically get the introduction of Solidus Snake, who says basically like, I'm Solid Snake, ha ha ha, and I'm the leader of this terrorist group.
Now, Solidus is in relation to Solid.
He says that he's the perfect clone of Big Boss.
He's
the one that's made after the twins.
So he's not the first.
No, he's not the first because I think they accelerated his aging because they already had plans for him.
Okay,
they wanted him to do a specific thing within their plans, and that was just basically to like kind of like do like what Big Boss did back in the day, start your own like military company, run it, child soldiers. Here we go again, and then flash forward. His plans turned into like, well, we're going to turn you into the president of the United States.
So Solidus is the third.
Yes,
in relation to clones. Genetics. But he looks older, I would say.
He's accelerated age.
Liquid, because of accelerated age. And so it's almost like playing with. All right, so Solidus is the third, looks older. Between Liquid and Solid, who's the older? You would think Liquid, right?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. I don't think they know who was born first.
Well, from further installments that we talked about.
Yeah.
So like, part 5, right, is what we talked about previously.
Mm-hmm.
And Liquid it's a prequel. We see Liquid as a child.
Yeah.
This was before Solid existed?
No, they both existed. Liquid, who was Eli then,
yes,
ran away. Basically, ran away from the people that were like kind of like upbringing him and like kind of like getting him ready for the next stages.
Yeah.
So he was over. I want to say because they split the two. I think what it was like. David went to America, was adopted. I think he was adopted by a family, and then Eli, aka Liquid, he wasn't. I think he was still like basically still in labs, being basically raised by doctors and scientists.
Okay. I was just wondering if Kojima was like playing with age, and that like even though someone might be younger, they'll look older. I wonder if he was doing that on purpose, like playing with age for some reason.
I mean, he has played with age before. Like he's like, well, for instance, for Solidus, his character was his aging was accelerated. I think for the primary task of him to become president of the United States.
Yeah.
Like everybody says, not everybody, but like like what the data says, like more success you would get, but basically a person who's of a senior age, someone who's had experience.
Yes.
But the thing that's so baffling and like mind blowing is that like this guy's like has run around with his own military company, doing God knows what, child soldiers, and then like comes back around. I'm gonna be president of the United States now, and like I'm pretty sure this had been some kind of intelligence agencies with like files on him, and pictures and dossiers, and like keep track of this man. He may be a potential big boss level threat here.
Well, it's also like playing with information, what's said and what's not said.
Yeah.
And then who's keeping track of this information? It's really like, well, if they know this, then someone's covering it up,
Mm.
because otherwise this would be public information, public knowledge. It's like what happened in Shadow Moses is public information, but not everything.
Yeah.
Not everything is shared.
Yeah, yeah, because from that event, like, Solidus, who was President George Sears, was basically being tired and manipulated by the Patriots.
Yeah.
So he decided to break free, break rank, and then he secretly started working on telling people to work on the development of Metal Gear Rex. And then when that blew up in his face, it got, basically the trail went back to him. That's why he got impeached, and he kind of like disappeared and like basically started his own group again, like, but taking the moniker of Solid Snake, because it's like, oh, he's declared dead. Let me take his name. And then from then on, it was like, oh, the terrorist leader Solid Snake is doing bop up bop, and from the news basically taglining from then on.
Yeah. It just came to mind. The first actual the NES Metal Gear game. When did it come out? What year?
I know for MSX it was like 87.
87. Who was president at that time?
Oh, me? I don't know.
You think?
Not primarily.
I'm wondering.
But yeah, it's very like, all these games have become it's very political.
Yes, I was just curious if just thinking about the Bush family.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, George Sr., and then he sets up his son eventually to become president.
Yeah.
I mean, he practically paves the way for him to do so.
Well, it's just like the way with George Sears.
Yes.
You would consider like that, like with W, because that would fit that time.
Yes.
Of that time that would happen.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like the Patriots, like being, his father, and like kind of gearing up and like manipulating with ads and basically, because still then, like, you had like the Patriots and they're still running things, which we come to find out later on that like we thought it was a group of people.
Yeah.
But it was actually an artificial intelligence.
Okay.
That was basically going all over the internet, because it was a product of the government, product of the military, free reign, basically.
Yeah.
Just going rampant everywhere and adjusting information to its needs, basically, to what it believed was like the needs, like to benefit the people.
Like Blackwater, right?
What do you mean?
Like I forget essentially the military group that basically gets the go ahead to do whatever they want.
Oh yeah. That private military company.
Yes.
Yeah. Similar to that, but like for them, like being the figurehead.
Okay.
And then like sending down like information and orders and such to like have other people have a chain of command to run it down, basically, and then follow those orders. And then you get like renegades who like George Sears is like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna like do my own shit and break away from my digital daddy. And kind of like gear up with Revolver also, like, hey you Revolver, you hate the Patriots, let's join up and let's do this together.
Yeah.
And meanwhile Revolver's like, I got my own plans. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like for I'm just get into it, like the boss battles and shit.
Yes.
The Harrier jet is the most like Michael Bay-ish thing for this game.
Besides the intro.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because like I'm trying to remember. Because you get to the point of the plant, and I don't think you see it, but you hear like the jets basically.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's that noise? And then here comes like Vamp, who's like piloting it, and then like Solid Snake, who's like, it's me, Solid Snake, leader Dead Cell. And then Solid Snake in his own kick-ass cool helicopter with Otacon flying. It's like, no, that is not Solid Snake. And then we get to like see like what his capabilities of, like what the suit, that sneaking suit he wears.
Yeah.
Basically turns the guy into like not so much like a speedster, but like his abilities are like
Accelerated.
Accelerated. Like he like outruns basically a grenade launcher, and like basically chops away bullets when Solid Snake's like shooting at him.
Yeah.
And then like like all the other games, like you fought helicopters, you fought tanks. Let's try a Harrier jet this time. That sounds cool. And it's just like, yeah, it's just like it's like it's also the coolest fight because like it's the jet's like whizzing by you.
Yes.
Then like you have like Hal and Snake just like going around in a circle. It's basically giving you, here's a rocket launcher, shoot it down. We got your back.
Yeah, it's like in constant like movement.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like say like a it's not like a simple game like Sonic where you're just like bumping into Dr. Robotnik a bunch of times. It's different.
Yeah, good.
It's more complicated.
Yeah, because I think there's a lower portion of the area where you have to, like, get like rations and like more ammunition, but like for the introduction where it's like basically Solid Snake is like, the world will only have one big boss, kind of thing, and it's like, I don't know, it's like in the music also in the setting, it's like I feel like, man, I'm like in The Rock right now. It's like, yeah. I gotta watch. I'm like, where's the green flames at? Do not shoot down this fucking prison, kind of thing. But it is a cool fight. It's also like it's not the hardest fight too, which makes it also like you can kind of like sit back and enjoy it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I noticed like other games where it's like a lot of these boss battles are like, oh my god, I gotta hold my breath because this is like so difficult and I can't do this, kind of thing, and that frustrates the hell out of me. Oh, okay. I mean, other than that, it's like from this, after like the stemming of this boss fight, from like shooting rockets at it, which like you think like 2 would take it down already, kind of thing. But it's a video game. Like the damage to the jet, Solid as Snake loses, I believe, his left eye, and Big Boss has lost his right eye.
Yes. So
it's kind of like the opposite. Like you're not him, but you're like kind of like the opposite of him, kind of thing.
You're not him, but you share this. Like there's a parallel. There's always parallel between characters. It's something that Kojima plays throughout the series. But there's also like another thing that I was going to bring up is that it's important of names and titles.
Yeah.
That's always important to every character. That's what everyone is like striving for, is for their name or their title or what they believe in. And if someone like steps on their foot about it, or someone's like on their territory, they get very upset about it.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. Is like these are supposed to be soldiers, and very precise, but they take things very personally.
Yeah.
This is the funny thing to think about. That,
they all do. They all get butthurt. They all get fucking angry.
Yeah.
At each other for like, it's usually it's also sometimes for like the dumbest shit too.
Yes.
Yeah. Like with Liquid, it's always like, Daddy didn't love me. Daddy didn't acknowledge me.
Yeah.
Now I'm angry at the world. Fuck the world.
Yeah, he thought he was basically passed over. Like he thought he was the perfect clone. He's the one, not Solid. Not Solid. He's the one, I believe.
For Liquid, I think you're right. I think David was.
Or was David seen as lesser?
It was kind of like the opposite. It was the opposite, because didn't Liquid go like, me and my recessive genes, and I'm the imperfect one? And it was opposite. He was actually he was the better one technically, but
I think that's what it is that even though he was technically not the superior, he felt he was anyway. Like even though I'm not like my brother, but I'm actually better. You just don't see it that way. And I'm going to prove it to you. It's all about proving himself.
Yeah. I think for David, he didn't give a shit.
No.
He was just like, I'm here for a mission, I'm here to get out. That's it.
And he's non-profit.
Well, now he is. Now that he's like with philanthropy.
That's true.
And apparently, like we're on the fringe.
That's true.
We've always been on the fringe.
Yeah, I guess Solid's not that much of a saint. You think he's like, he's non-profit only because he got kicked out.
Yeah. And then for Solid is like he just like he gets hit and he sees like blood and he's like, my eye, they took my eye. And I was like, I just laugh every time. Like, I'm like, God damn it. I was like, is that the line you're gonna give me right now? But like, yeah, like you finally see it, and then all of a sudden, from out of the water, Ray comes out, and then Raiden's like, "Oh my God, it's Metal Gear, and it's active! It's active!" And then we come to find out that actually that was not that was the one that they stole.
Yes.
Yeah, it was that kind of thing. But for Raiden's like freaking out, like, Metal Gear's activated, Metal Gear's activated, kind of thing.
Is this where? Maybe I'm misremembering. Is this where we find out that they already have like tons of them? Is that the whole base?
That's
is
later
basically,
on.
That's
We
later
find
on?
out
Okay.
like what they're on top of.
Yes.
Underneath is like this huge giant, what they call arsenal gear,
Yes.
and that's just like housing a shit ton
Yes.
of like Metal Gear Rays. Where it's like that is the most weirdest Metal Gear. Is the one that houses Metal Gears.
Yeah, it's like
When I think about it, I go like, "This is a Metal Gear."
it's like a Russian doll.
And I was like,
Yeah.
how do I, like, do I destroy this whole ship, or do I destroy basically the ammunition of the ship?
Yeah, it's this weird thing where it's like a hive mind. It's like
Mm.
it's like everything that they do in like every movie or Marvel movie where like, all right, well if you take out the brain of the giant monster, then it takes out all the minions. It's like a weird thing about it. Yeah.
Yeah, even when I first like played it, I was like, "This is fucking weird."
Yeah.
I was like, "Hold on." I was like, I actually thought like, "Do we destroy this ship? Do we like, basically blow it up, or just like, let it run to ground, and just like let it like stay in one place forever, kind of thing?"
Yeah, there's that sort of thing where like if you don't
Because
do
it's
anything,
amphibious, so it's like if
yeah,
you take it out of the water, is it really a good Metal Gear? I don't think so.
yeah, it kind of like yeah. If you don't basically if you don't do anything with it,
Yeah.
it's not going to activate. So it's like yeah, it's almost
Let
like
me
a
not touch it,
bomb. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kind of thing. I think
Like a landmine.
I was saying, I was
Yeah,
just like, every time I progress to this game, it gets worse and worse. Maybe we should just like abandon the mission and leave.
yes.
It's like the player is making it worse. Maybe the
Yes.
player should just. And that's probably another. That's many messages throughout the games. Like, hey, maybe you should just shut the game off and walk away, kind of
Yeah.
thing. But after the Harrier jet, there comes in play. We have to go find Ames, like the Secret Service chief man, who's like the only dude in the government with a mullet, which is weird.
Yes, that's right. He did have a mullet.
Because
Yeah.
you can see he's a person who's aged.
Yeah.
You can see the wrinkles, you can see a little balding, but like this dude has a mullet. And so I was thinking to myself, like, well, if Ames and Ocelot fight, it'd be just battles of mullets,
Yes.
kind of thing. And I'm like, let's have that. I was like, he's an old man with one arm, and here's an old man with a pacemaker. Which is like, if you think about it, like, hold on. There's this guy who's supposed to protect the President of the United States, and he has a fucking pacemaker.
Really
What if that shit shorts out while the president's being assassinated? Like, I can't save the president. Someone turned on the microwave and made a burrito.
Yeah, you think you guys don't want backup? You don't want like another guy with him?
I think Vamp ate all the Secret Service details.
That's true, but
I
like
think
mean,
that's
like,
what happened.
There's a second guy with a mullet.
That would like make me clutch my chest, like, oh god, I'm having a fucking heart attack. This guy's eating all my men. But we have to get to him, and then that's the cool part I was saying before. We get to change our uniform, but the part that sucks, like, if I don't know why they did this. If you bump into anybody, your fucking uniform disappears.
Yeah, it's weird.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, that's not real life. Because, like, maybe because of the capabilities of the system. No, it can't be, because you know what? Metal Gear Solid 3 was part of the PS2. And that was all about changing your wardrobe nonstop. I think it was just like a game thing, where it's like, alright, if you blend into the enemy, there won't be any conflicts for you to get by.
Well, isn't also in this game where maybe I'm thinking of another Metal Gear game where basically maybe Solid or maybe where they don't change they just basically wear obviously whatever snake their hair stays the same. They don't disguise their face. but they're wearing like a coat or something like that. So they're still gonna know it's you. You just changed your outfit.
Oh yeah, that's like 3 and 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you could change your wardrobe, but 4 you can change. 3 you could change your face paint, but that's just face paint.
Yeah.
4 you can get like an octo camo for your face,
Yeah.
and then your face could change to whatever you want.
Yes.
But even if you don't use the octo camo, you're basically just Solid Snake with like all sorts of different wardrobes.
Yeah.
Well, not just so much wardrobes. They give you like, I think like rebel attire.
Yeah.
And then you have like your usual shit. But yeah, for this one, it's like, I thought it was pretty cool. Like, it's like, all right, I'm gonna infiltrate this place as Raiden, and it's like the dude with the platinum blonde hair.
Blonde hair. He doesn't change when he meets Ames, right? He doesn't change his accent, right?
No, because they're all like Russian soldiers. You think
what I
he'd be
mean.
like, "Hello, I am Raiden."
So Ames immediately knows he's
He
Yeah.
kind of like gives like, this guy's, he's not like the other people.
yeah.
Because then he starts asking questions, and then out of nowhere they just go into like a codec conversation. Like, how weird would that be if you're? Because Ocelot's watching them. You can see it in his point of view that he's looking through the camera. And he's like, what are these soldiers talking to Ames? Like, what the fuck's that about? And then out of nowhere, they're going to codec conversation, right? How
Yeah.
does that look like to his point of view? Are these two people just like standing or like sitting, saying nothing for like a couple of minutes? Like, wait a minute, the fuck is this? It's like, are they codec conversating? And it's like the weirdest fucking thing. Like, they never show like what it looks like, because they always show like you grabbing
As far
your
as someone,
ear,
like,
all right, I'm
answering
gonna
the
listen
call.
to my conversation.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
what happens when you're in the call? It's like, are you just sitting there talking, or are you just sitting there like frozen?
And like you're not really, and it's like you're not that low of volume, so someone could pick you up, I assume.
Yeah, like the other Russians are like, hey, what are you doing, American C? Do you want to drink vodka?
Is there any game that ever comments on that? That like a soldier actually picks up what you're saying? It's like, hey, what's going on over there?
It's like, you're not speaking our language, comrade. You know what? The 5th one kind of does, because you play as Venom Snake and you don't know what the fuck they're saying, and you need a translator.
Yes. Yes.
So
yeah.
they're saying whatever. If you say you interrogate them before you get a translator, you have no idea what they're saying. I believe it's all in subtitles. And then when you do get a translator, you finally get to know what they're saying, but it's like one of those things where it's like you're waiting for your translator to translate what they're talking to you about.
That's right. Yeah.
And I imagine it's like broken English, so you can get like information quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, 'cause doesn't this also happen when either Raiden is speaking to Psycho Ninja, like right in front of him? Like he takes the call. They're right in front of each other. Like why?
Yeah, you keep saying, are you saying Psycho or Cyborg?
Psycho.
No, Cyborg.
It's not Psycho Ninja.
No, it's Cyborg.
I thought it was Psycho Ninja.
For some reason, I'm thinking you were saying Cyborg a different way.
Hmm.
I mean, the first one was a psycho,
That's
a psychotic maniac killer.
Yes, it's like this thing.
I feel like you're like disassociating 2 characters into one.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what also it is like, I go off of what is said or maybe heard, and then I'll just keep going with it. It's like when I was a kid, I used to think Darth Vader was Dark Vader, and then I saw.
He saw
I
the movie.
remember, I forget what.
You're like, what the fuck?
I forget what bookstore it was. But I saw a promotion because this was obviously during the prequels, and they were just Star Wars promoting everywhere, especially books. And then I saw a poster with Darth Vader's face, and it said Darth Vader. I was like, oh, it's not Dark Vader, it's Darth Vader. This whole
Yeah, I
time
can
I
see
thought it
that.
was dark. But yeah, it just happens. I just like, oh, I hear one thing. I was like, oh, I'll just go with it.
Okay. No, I was just saying, I was wondering, like, 'cause I thought I was hearing it wrong. Yeah, it's Cyborg Ninja, who's like a heavy, thick Russian accent as well.
Yes.
And Raiden's like, la la la, this is my buddy. It's like, wait a minute, the soldiers are Russian. This ninja's Russian. What's up with that? And pretty much for like the only game where you didn't need a translator, because they made it part of the conversation, was in Metal Gear Solid 3, where Naked Snake, aka Big Boss, he can speak multiple languages.
Yes.
And they made a point of conversation where he was meeting one of the scientists, like, "Hey, your Russian's pretty good," kind of thing. And it's like, oh, he speaks different languages. Like we're seeing English, we are hearing English, but they're having a entirely different conversation with them.
Yeah.
Sort of like that, that movie with Bryan Singer, Valkyrie.
Yes.
Yeah, Valkyrie.
You're speaking, but there
Where they
you
first
see,
you hear German, and all of a sudden like,
Yes.
oh, we're turning to get into English now.
Yes.
It's sort of like that kind of thing for their one. I imagine for the second one, Raiden would be pumped in his like codec, like this is what they're saying,
Yeah.
because like he's working with computers basically, unless he knows multiple languages himself, which I'm not sure. I know he can break dance in a fight. I don't know about being a linguist or bilingual or trilingual.
Yeah, it's never really said. You just like you would assume
Yeah.
because they're soldiers that they're
They probably would know multiple languages to get
Oh,
by.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
have studied multiple languages,
Yeah.
linguistics.
And then like, oh yeah, and then for this one, since it's recreating Metal Gear Solid 1, they recreate the Fox die and like kill Ames in the same fashion.
Yes.
But basically he manipulated his pacemaker, and Ocelot freaks out. He's like, holy shit, it's fucking Fox die. Get this kid away from me right now. Kind of thing. It's like, what the fuck? Not again. You're not getting me. And then that's when like the ninja's like, you see like in slow motion like the blade coming down. Ocelot, learning from previous experience, quickly snaps his hand back like, whoa.
Yes.
He's like, you're dead. Sort of like a RoboCop moment where it's like, we killed you. We killed you. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're supposed to be dead. And I can only imagine, like, if the ninja fucking spoke. It's like, I not dead. I alive. It's like, wait a minute. That's not Gray Fox.
Do you know the robotic voice obviously is different than
Yeah.
the person does. Who does? Do you know who does the robotic voice or the cyborg voice?
I think it's just modulated. They just modulated the voice.
So no voice actor. It was just modulating.
Yeah, I don't think it was a separate voice actor. I
Okay.
think they just modulated the voice to make it sound more robotic.
Oh, okay.
And manly, too, because, like, the suit is obviously bulkier compared to the first one. It's, like,
Yes.
it's definitely, like...
It's very well hidden. You can't really tell.
It-
Unless the
yeah.
reveal, until the reveal.
It's, like, a way bigger suit.
Yeah.
And then we get to escape, like, haha, my buddy saved me, time to run away. And it's like, alright, now we gotta get to the President of the United States. Let's go. And then I'm trying to remember, I think from there, I'm trying to remember, like, anything else significant happens on the way to there? I think it's just like, we gotta get through these buildings again. Gotta, like, sneak around. Be right and touch some nodes. Get up some ammo. But I don't think anything else significant happens other than getting to the President of the United States.
Yeah.
Because then the President tells us who to get next, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we finally we gotta go like, oh my god, here's another recreation of Shadow Moses. We have to use like the Nikita launcher to like take out the electrified floors because there's water as well, right?
Yes.
Or am I wrong about that?
No, you're correct.
I think it's like both. There's water, electrified floors, water and electricity do not mix.
They really do. And maybe it does have something to do with you're on the PS2 now, and maybe it is like a conscious effort because Kojima is like, all right, so I don't want to do exactly the same game over again, but essentially, I'm going to be introducing people to a new system, and people are going to be actually introduced to this series through this game. So I gotta do my greatest hits basically from one,
Yeah.
and put them in here so people can become familiar with it. But yeah, it just like speaking about them is like, yeah, you really do kind of like, wait, did this happen in 1 or 2? And it's like,
you kind of go like, wait a minute, like I thought this happened before, but then you kind of bleed them together.
yes, it is like this is a conscious effort. It's not like because it's also because it's President Johnson, and that reminds me of Die Hard. Always there was a theme of like someone FBI agent named Johnson.
Oh, right.
So like it's like Die Hard 2 is completely well besides being in an airport, it's the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's no I mean there's no difference. It's the same movie. It's just
Yeah.
in an airport.
I think there was no FBI guys in the second one.
No,
No, but
But
they
it's
brought it
just
back
like-
for the third one. No, right?
no
Fourth.
fourth you get another Johnson and
Yeah.
and McClane like you serious?
That should have been a running gag from then on. Like, here's FBI man this time. Here's FBI man that time.
And they always die. Agent Johnson always dies.
Yeah,
It's like-
that should have just been the running gag from then on.
Yeah.
It's just been like, oh, I get it now.
Yes.
The FBI sucks. But yeah, like, yeah, because you know what it is? We learn about Revolver Ocelot's nickname in this game, but we thought he said it to us in the first game. But what he did was he did tell us in the first game remake for Twin Snakes.
Yes.
Because like I replayed Metal Gear Solid 1, I go like I'm thinking to myself in my head like, oh, this is when he tells me he's Shalashaska. And then I was like, oh, it didn't happen. I was like, oh, that's right, it happened in Twin Snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, for some people, that was their first introduction to the series. So
Yes.
that would be their first game.
Yes.
To be like, oh, I know his name. His name's Shalashaska.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get to when you play the second one on the PlayStation 2, you go like, oh, he said it again. His name's Shalashaska. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I remember that. He said that in the first game. Remake.
Yes.
But yeah, like we had to get to the president. It's like, you know, we gotta shoot the electrical box again. And I'm thinking to myself like, wouldn't that fucking kill anybody in that room if I shoot a rocket launcher? Which you could shoot at the president, but it'll be game over.
Yes.
And it's like, all right, we're gonna go rescue the president, and the first thing he does is grabs your crotch, and it's
Yes.
like, what the fuck?
And this is 2001. This is
Yeah.
before this is Trump is doing The Apprentice at this time. This is before his history. So like it's pre that. So like you
Yeah.
have this president who was like, I have to know like immediately like.
Like, where'd that come from?
But like also like this is like a serious situation. You want to know this now? You like this?
You could
is-
just ask. Like, you didn't have to be like, you're a man.
but like this is
Like, did you think he was a woman?
at this moment. This is on top. Like nothing else matters. I gotta know this. Are you a man or a woman?
like-
Right now.
It's like, does it matter? It's like, yes, if you're a woman, you can't save me. If you're a man, you have the capabilities of saving me. I think that was going through his mind. I don't even remember like what was his party affiliation. Was President Johnson a Republican or a Democrat? I imagine being the fact that he was on a fake cleaning facility may have been Democrat for the eco.
But I think it's
Protection
it's also
thing
like
that was going
it's
on.
a smart thing to not say. It's
Yeah.
like it also is like. Because he's sort of like he's a patsy. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit. He was just like,
But that's
I was told here to come. I was told to come here.
It was also like that's the first thing he does. So it's like it's very revealing. Like, oh, this guy's like really a patsy, like just really nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He really is just like not fit for anything. Not even fit for the job. He's just like
No, because he gave up. He immediately gave up the football. He's like, I think Ryan asked him like, "Where's the nuclear thing?" He's like, "Oh, I gave it to them. They have it."
he's literally just the face, just a public figure. There's
Yeah.
nothing else to him.
And he knows it. Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, "All right." He even tells you like, "All right, do it, kill me." And it's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you're here to kill me. Come on, do it. Shoot me, shoot me, shoot me." And it's like one of those things where he just phones it in. This guy, he don't give a shit
No.
about anything other than like I imagine them paying him and his family very well to shut up.
Yes, and it's kind of if you think about it, these like because like Ryden and him meet two detached characters. This guy's really detached. Or it's almost like he doesn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's like willing to doesn't really care about life or death. I mean, really. Well, he does want to die. It's almost like he's almost like begging to die.
Yeah.
He's like it's almost like a Hollywood actor who's like just really like I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this charade of being a puppet. Just get it over with. Just take me out already. It's like really detached, really sad. You know, yeah.
I mean, in comparison to the previous administration, I imagine he's just following orders. He actually
Yes.
was just following the orders of the Patriots. Like, they told me to come here, and I'm here. That's it. That's what I'm here for, kind of thing. And it doesn't really give you information that you could have gotten on your own, so by some means.
Yeah, it's not useful at all.
Yeah,
It
so
really is, just appearance-wise.
yeah, so I was like, yeah, I have no problem with you dying. It's like
No,
you could just die
but
now.
it is really sad. It's like, wow, you really are just for appearances. Jeez.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to remember, like, dude, he actually gets the bullet to like shoot it, right?
Yes.
He from fucking around with the gun so much, he actually like pulled the trigger on his own.
But because
Can't
that
remember.
essentially is supposed to be a failsafe if he dies.
I believe so. I believe he said there's a failsafe. Like if he dies, I think something gets locked out.
But that they um, either I remember either revolver or Solidus, they find a way around it, don't they?
They do.
Yes.
So it was like you killed him for nothing,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was Revolver figured a way out, like everything else, like, and he'll tell you like, haha, you killed that guy for no reason,
Yeah.
and you like it, kind of thing. But it's like, all right, now you got to go rescue Emma Emmerich,
Yes.
kind of thing. And I think like Hal like also like was like, you have to get her. And by the way, she's afraid of water. And it's like, oh shit, this place is flooded. This whole place is full of water. It's like, great, thanks for telling me. Kind of thing. But like, I think before we get to her, we have to like fight Vamp.
Yes.
Yeah, which this is by far the. If the Harry Jet was fun because you're shooting missiles nonstop, this is fun for the fact that it's like, if you wanted to, you could just go nuts, chuck grenades, and just go full crazy with all your weaponry on this battle.
Yeah.
Because this battle, it's like very like Matrixy, where it's like he's like moving way faster than you can keep up with, kind of thing. But you have to like, you know, protect yourself and like make sure like he doesn't throw you into the water that you can't swim because it's made of like, I think it's like a super dense. It's not even water. It's like a super dense liquid
Yes, and this, yeah,
that has no oxygen, I think.
no oxygen, but Raiden is swimming in the water, right?
You
You
get
actually
in, but
do
you gotta pull
swim.
yourself out real quick
Yes.
before like either you drown or he comes and gets you.
But is this the first? I don't know why I was just curious. Is this the first
Yeah.
time where in like any of the games you're actually playing out, in like a different element other than just being outside? Like you're in, like, just like in a moving element. So the water's always moving, so you're moving. So like essentially like swimming, or say like a character's moving while it's raining, or there's snow, or it's like a storm, it's wind.
Yeah.
You know, so is this the first time where you see a character actually moving in a different element besides just stillness?
Yeah, you do, because you know what it is? You see Vamp like swimming all around and all that stuff.
Yes.
And you don't normally see that kind of like, here it comes in like the PlayStation 2. You have like a whole new different atmosphere, a whole new different environment to play with.
Yeah.
And for this one, it's like you have a character who can like go into the water, come out, and then use the room environment as well to use like they show like kind of like the physics and like how like they're different compared to the other villains you've seen before.
Yes, it makes you think he's supernatural. You
Oh
know,
yeah, like when I see him, it's like I'm always for some reason like Antonio Banderas from Interview with the Vampire comes to mind. I have no idea why.
Maybe vampire, or just again, Blade.
That's it.
Yeah, at this time, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like when it's a cool fight, and it's like it can be done pretty quick if you're good. You know, if you're gonna like cheese it and stuff like that. Or it's like I think if you while he's in the water, chuck a shit ton of grenades and like
Yes,
that'll hurt him.
Yes.
Because you know what, he can't dodge a grenade in the water basically.
No.
Kind of thing.
No, he's not. you could be as fast as possible. The impact is still gonna affect you.
Yeah, and it's also like it's like one of the many like times we'll see him like from then on. It's like he makes you think he dies. I think he actually pretends to like drown and like bleed out. Like well, he is bleeding out, but he's pretending to die, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's a character hard to kill. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's true.
I was trying to remember like I mean, this isn't like super difficult where it's like I had to repeat this fight like many times. It's just like you just gotta
Yeah.
concentrate and watch where he is because he will try to he will try to grab you. He will try to throw you into the water. And he will with his blades. He'll just like throw like blades nonstop at you.
He's more of an annoyance than anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not necessarily a big bad. He's not supposed to be set up as a big bad. He's more of a henchman. But
Yeah,
he's more of an annoyance, a person in your way to where you want to get to.
yeah. And then once we get past, oh, go ahead.
No,
Once we get past him, then like it's finally, oh, here we go, Emmerich. And then she's like, I think she's like not the worst, but one of the worst Emmerichs. Because her father's horrible, but
yeah.
she's like a runner-up basically. Because she knew what she was doing
I did forget. Yeah.
compared to Hal. Hal was like, in the dark kind of thing, where it's like he's working on one component and one component only. Sort of like the Manhattan Project, where it's like people were told you're working on this, but you weren't given the bigger picture as to what it was. So you didn't know like, oh shit, I'm making a fucking nuclear weapon. For Hal, it's like, holy shit, I'm making a battle tank that could shoot a nuclear weapon from any part of the world. They kind of lied to him. We're like, no, we're going to use this technology to shoot down any missile in the world, kind of thing, to prevent like nuclear war. And for her, it's like, you're making us a super weapon to kill in the most ultimate and best way. Go.
Yeah, but also I think outside of like the snake family, this is like, is this the first time we see like siblings or family members that? Because she does, like I gotta give credit because they do look alike. She does have a resemblance to Hal.
Yeah, because they talk about her, but this is the first time we see her in person.
Yeah,
like we see a sibling, and I think she was a half sister too.
Yes.
Because they had the same father but not the same mother, for obvious reasons.
Okay. So, well, because it's on my mind now. Talk about. So, did Hal have a relationship with
Her mother?
Her mother? Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
they had a sexual relationship. They had different mothers. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be his stepmom.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
at first I was like, is that his mother he's talking about, or
No, that would make it even worse. That would be like,
I
oh
still
my
don't think
god,
it's that
this is
great.
like a science hillbilly story here. Yeah, that would make it worse.
It is.
Basically, also like him doing that, like also like kills his father. His father finds like, my son turned me into a cuck. I'm gonna go drown myself now because I'm strapped to a wheelchair. Kind of thing.
There's also like, there's another thing I forgot to bring up, but like it's also like it is surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, not really, because like Hal gets like better looking through the sequels.
Yeah, he does.
But like,
In better fashion too.
you would, like stereotypically, I don't know why it's on my mind. You would think the guys who would be the ladies' man, it would be Solid, but actually no, it's Hal. Solid's more talk. Hal actually gets it done essentially.
Gets the job done. Yeah. And it's like one of those things where it's like, I kind of hated this character. And then I hated the, like, it became an escort mission, like, where it's like, alright, we gotta bring you with me. Come with me, we gotta swim. Oh no, you're afraid of swimming. Oh no, you're afraid of cockroaches. Oh no, there's a guard that's gonna kill you. Fuck. I gotta, like, protect you at all times and moments here.
Yeah, it is kind of like you're in like this thing like a babysitter, and you gotta make sure this kid doesn't get killed.
Sucks.
Yeah, it does. Kind of, I still like the character. Cause I think it does. Well, you've heard about her, but her in this game, seeing her and how you see how close he is to her, what she means to him. So it does a lot for his character.
Yeah.
So I did appreciate that that we do get to see her, and she's a part of the game, even though it's like becomes annoying.
I think she also like, I think Rose like listens to the conversation and goes like, "Why are you flirting with this girl? What do you think she's cute?" And then like you're right, and you're like, "I'm on a mission." It's like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. Shut up. I'm trying to save the world here.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I didn't. Well, I don't. Well, because of
Mhm.
I don't know necessarily what happened with the voice actor for Raiden. What he's.
Yeah, there's been some things in the past. I kind of like read a little bit about it, and
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of disappeared.
Okay.
Where he's kind of like messed with, like been accused of like
Yes.
I don't know if it's assault, but there's some malfeasance there
Okay.
involving women,
Doesn't mean it's
possibly
not.
underage, maybe too.
Doesn't mean it's true or untrue. It is still weird that
Yeah.
he is not necessarily flirty with what is it? Hell's sisters E.
Yeah, E.
E.
Emma
Emma.
Emmerich. Yeah,
Not necessarily flirty, but he is like sort of.
it's kind of coy with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a little
Yeah, it's kind of like
uncomfortable a little
it's
bit.
like afterwards, you're like
Yes.
after the aftermath, it's like,
Yeah.
this doesn't feel right now.
But like for me, like just I guess maybe my mind goes like, well, don't focus on that. Hal and E, that's
Mhm.
more the focus, and that's more what I'm appreciating of
Yeah.
that storyline, where that goes.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
like thinking about it, like, ugh,
Yeah.
that's all I can think about now. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where it's like it kind of disappeared. It's like I keep checking back, like, well, what's going on over there? Like any hints of allegation where it's like, hold on, press the brakes. Like I'm not taking sides, but I don't have the whole story here,
Yes.
so
that has to
I
be-
don't condone
No.
what the accusations are.
Yeah.
So I'm just in it for the character, not
That's
for the
what
person
That's
who
what
voices
I'm
the
like,
character.
that has to be addressed. Yes, but as far as like, I'm just commenting because it's there. It's
Mhm.
you kind of have to address it and be obvious because
Yeah, because he lost jobs. Like there has to be something to it.
Yes, I'm just commenting because it's there, and if you didn't mention anything, it's just weird anyway.
Hmm.
So, but yeah,
This whole series is weird, but
yes,
real life bleeding into it,
Yes.
it makes it murky.
yes,
But yeah, like I didn't mind it. It's just like it's a nuisance because then like you gotta watch. Because when you're swimming with her, you gotta watch your oxygen gauge and hers.
that's right.
When you're escorting her through guards, watch your life bar, watch her life bar, kind of thing. But it's all right. It's not too bad. It's like if they fix the camera system, it'd be a problem solved. It wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah,
That's my thing.
kind of reminds me of like, is it the T2 game that where you have to watch over John Connor?
Yeah, it
and
is.
His health. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, T-1000's trying to kill John Connor. Let me fucking protect this boy.
Yes.
But yeah, it's like, all right, you're escorting her and you're like going to like basically the sea bridges. And so I think now would probably be a good time to like pause it here.
Okay.
And like we'll continue from the sea bridge to the end of the game on the next episode.
Absolutely.
Kind of thing. Was there any like points or like things you wanted to address in regards to like where we are?
No, it's just the only thing.
Yeah.
You had mentioned it's really important because you said that it's May. Well, not technically, no.
Oh yeah, because we're
Well, you know
recording
what
in
day it is,
April.
right? Yep. But what days?
It's the anniversary, right, of their date.
Do you remember what day it is, Johnny? Do you remember what day it is?
No, I don't remember what day it is. What day is it?
It's April 30th.
What?
It's April 30th.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god. You know, anytime she calls, like, you know what tomorrow is? I'm like, no, I don't. Can you tell me already? Like, I have Russian soldiers up my ass trying to kill me. Fucking tell me, woman. Hindsight, it was a nuisance when you were a teenager. Now, the only reason it's a nuisance is because you want to save. Because I have very limited time to play video games, and it's like any conversation that we're having that doesn't involve saving this memory file is one last minute that my kid is either going to wake up or tell me to change the game to a movie. It's like, just save the data, Rose. Shut up about what tomorrow is. Kind of thing for me.
Yes.
But all in all, it's a good game, and it's a good thing we also addressed, like, basically the things that would happen behind the voice actor of Raiden, Quentin Flynn.
Yes.
Where it's like, it's weird, and I don't really want to, keep talking about it. It's like, these things happen, people can Google it, and it's weird that it kind of just disappeared afterwards. That's all.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, it is a good game. I like Raiden as a character, and I do like what happens when he becomes like Super Robot Man in Metal Gear Solid 4.
That for me is gonna be interesting to see because like I've just seen images. I never played the game.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen the gameplay. I haven't looked at anything.
Yeah.
So it's just like an interesting thing to see how like you just see him from 2, the skinny, slender, androgynous looking character, and then all of a sudden they become this like anime.
Yeah.
Like
Cyborg.
Super Saiyan type character. Like what happened?
It is a complete like fucking like holy shit, what happened to you kind of moment.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But yeah. I mean, other than that, I would say thank you for coming on, Jonathan, and we're gonna continue on going forward in the series.
Yeah, glad to be back. Looking forward to it.
Take it easy, people.
Bye.
Do you know what tomorrow is?